Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Adulon Education. So today we will be exploring friction in our daily lives and study about it deeply. So what actually is this complex name? The vehicle, any object moving over the surface of another object slows down due to the force of friction applying on it. Every time we see that when we're traveling in a car, it slows down when the brakes are applied. The brakes are also applied due to friction on that. And if I talk about its definition, so friction is in contact force that acts between two surfaces and opposes the motion of an object by acting in opposite motion to the object. It is a perfect definition which you can write for friction in 2 marks. I would like to repeat it again. Friction is a contact force which acts between two surfaces in contact and opposes the motion of an object by acting opposite to it. Like in this, you can see this the motion and the pushing force. The person is applying force from this side, like here, the person is applying force on this side. So I already told you that friction is a motion that is always opposite to the motion of the object. So this would be friction's motion, and let's assume this as a box. So this would be box motion. Force of friction acts in opposite direction, whereas the pushing force or the object which is in motion acts in its direction wherever it goes, but the friction's motion is always in opposite direction. If the motion of an box or the pushing force was in this direction, then the friction's movement would be in this direction. It always opposes relative motion between two surfaces. This means that it always stops the motion between the two surfaces. Next is the factors that are affecting friction. Friction is caused by the irregularities of the two surfaces in contact. So now you only tell me that on a surface where the standing likewise and you are stopped. That is due to friction, but one of its types must be doing that, right? So you tell me that you are standing, you are walking on a surface, I should say, and it's a smooth surface. You can see that you are walking properly, you are walking without stopping, without being stopped by a force, because whenever you are being stopped by a force, you feel it, that the force is acting upon you. So the force that acts upon you is friction only, which makes you stop when you want to. And I would like to tell you that smooth surfaces, like if I say completely चिकने surfaces होते हैं, right? Like अम्बाला में राम बाजार की सीढ़ियाँ, they're really smooth. So there is less friction, means फिसलने के chances ज़्यादा है. We can slip over there. Slipping के chances ज़्यादा है, जबकि rough surfaces like बब्याल की रोड थे, अम्बाला कैंट की बब्याल की रोड, it was completely rough, ऊबड़ खाबड़ गड्ढों से बड़ी हुई, and it was like our motion was limited on rough surfaces. Why? Because there was more friction. And also one thing, if motion is less, then friction is more, means, and I'll explain it. If motion is more, then friction is less. Now, what does this mean? Suppose the ball is moving on a surface and it is not stopping. The average time the ball would stop is 1 to 2 minutes, not even, I should say, 30 seconds. In 30 seconds, it would stop, but it is just continuing and continuing going. It exceeded up to 50 seconds, suppose. So, what would be that there is motion is more over there. That's why the ball is moving and its motion has increased to 50 seconds, means that motion is more and friction is less over there. But if I say that the ball stopped before the time a ball continues to move, it was just for 10 seconds it moved, means the friction, the acting force upon that object is more. And also, our shoes have our shoe soles have grooves, which provides the shoe soles with irregularities. If you would move on a smooth surface, then the one surface would be smooth, the other would be irregular. There is no force which you can act over there, because your grooves, your shoes are completely fine, but the road, it is not smooth. It's smooth. It's not rough. That's why there would be less irregularities, causing no interlocking or adhesion between the two irregular surfaces. But if our shoes groove and another road is also rough surface, they both would interlock का मतलब पता है ना, जुड़ना. अडेस का मतलब भी जुड़ना, interlock का मतलब भी जुड़ना. Let's move ahead on types of friction. So now there are three types of friction: static friction, rolling friction, sliding friction. Fluid friction is not generally considered as a type of friction. That's why I didn't add it over here. So let's move on to all of these explanations. Static friction. This is the friction that keeps an object in rest. I told you that you're standing on a surface, whether sitting, whether standing, you're doing anything, you're being stopped over there due to friction. I told you that it is a type of friction that keeps you at rest if you're rest only. So static friction is the friction that keeps an object in rest. When a force is applied, it must be overcome for the object to start moving. Now in this picture also you can see that there's a sofa which is lying on the floor, and the person applies force from here to move it, so then friction would be over there. तो उस जो बंदा फोर्स लगा रहा है, उसका फोर्स इतना ज्यादा होना चाहिए कि फ्रिक्शन वहां पर कम हो, and it would be able to move that sofa completely. So pushing the sofa doesn't move initially because static friction is acting against the pushing. I would also like to tell you that static friction is the having the greatest friction in it. It is the time when more friction acts. And if I talk about it in motion, then there is limited motion, because in this also the sofa is not moving when force is applied, right? So when force is applied and the sofa is not moving, means that static friction is more, and friction more, so motion limited. I already told you, if motion is more, it just misled. Motion is more, then friction would be less, and if friction is more, then motion would be less. In static friction, it keeps it keeps an object completely at rest. So it means that इसके अंदर motion, friction ज़्यादा है, motion कम है. Next is sliding friction. The object occurs when one object slides over the surface of another. Like a child who is sliding from a swing. One is bent surface and one is like V only. It is less than the static friction. That's why it's easier to keep an object moving once it has started. You know, एक बार आप देख लीजिए, बहुत लंबी सी स्विंग ऐसे ज़ू करती आती है, कर्व सा बन के आती है ना, एक स्विंग. सुभाष पार्क में भी आए शेयर से हो, ज़ू सी करके एक स्विंग आती है ना, उस पे आप देखेंगे कि इट्स इजियर टू मूव. बट इफ यू ट्राई फ्रॉम डाउनवेयर, if you try from the ground to reach upstairs without going through stairs, rather than going from the slide, it's a bit difficult because frictional force is acting opposite, which would just stop you from climbing. So sliding friction is less than static friction. I already told you static friction is largest in, it is the type of friction in which friction is the largest and motion is limited. In sliding friction, motion भी ठीक ठीक है, friction भी ठीक ठीक है. Right? Now let's move ahead to rolling friction. It is done when an object rolls over a surface. Now, if you can see this, कार का पहिया होता है वो गोल गोल घूमता है, and it helps us to move also because it is having grooves present on it. कार के पहिए के ऊपर भी grooves present होते हैं, जिसकी वजह से friction reduce होता है. Do you really think it reduced? No, because irregular surface of the car tire and irregular surface of the road, they would interlock and friction would be more. If friction is more, then only we can apply brakes on the car, right? Rolling friction. If I see you to arrange these all three types of friction in ascending order, then first would be rolling friction, then sliding friction, and then static friction. But if I say you to apply them in the terms of motion, then first would be state in ascending order only. I'm saying you have to apply it in ascending order with the terms of motion. Motion means movement. So first would be static friction because it is having no movement at all. Then sliding friction, then rolling friction. They would be like ulta and ulta. Next comes is a fluid friction. If I talk about fluid friction, over here fluid friction is also known as drag. It's also known as drag. Fluid over here also means fluid. Friction is friction. Fluid over here means air or water. ठीक है. The type of friction when an object moves through a fluid which can be a liquid or gas. ठीक है. और फैक्टर्स क्या होते हैं जो उसको फिक्स करते हैं उसकी शेप उसकी स्पीड और द फ्लूइड प्रॉपर्टी. ठीक है. व्हेन स्विमर्स स्विम, जितने मुझे एक्सपर्ट स्विमर्स है दे वुड फेस फ्रिक्शन, बट इफ आई टॉक अबाउट फिशेस दे वोंट फेस friction more because of streamlined bodies. We will study it ahead. Aerodynamic cars are also designed on this principle which reduces friction. Next is the advantages of friction. It helps us to walk. When we walk, friction between our feet means our shoes and the ground grips gives us the grip. Why? Because our shoes have the irregular surface. Then our road also have the irregular surface. Both irregular means they would interlock and adhere, which would give us the grip we need. Without friction, ठीक है. देखो हमारा शूज का सरफेस रफ रहेगा उसका फ्रिक्शन से कोई लेना देना नहीं है. लेकिन हमारी जो वो है आई शुड से रोड, वो भी रफ है कोई दिक्कत नहीं है लेकिन उसके बीच में बेटा कोई फोर्स ही नहीं होगा एक्ट करने के लिए तो फ्रिक्शन होगा नहीं. तो उसके बीच में तो कोई फोर्स एक्ट ही नहीं कर रहा ना. तो आपको ना इंटरलॉक करने वाला कोई है ना कोई अडेस्ट करने वाला. तो बिना फ्रिक्शन के आप स्लिप करेंगे rather than grip. Next is braking in vehicles. I already told you due to the irregular surfaces of the tires and the roads which interlocks it, due to this reason only the braking in vehicles is possible. The brake pad presses against the wheels generating friction. ठीक है. जो brake pads होते हैं it's just we can should say complex. We just have to write friction between the brakes and the wheels allow the vehicles to stop, sorry. you know there is a complex thing I should say behind this because we don't have to go much deeper into engineering or the manufacturing of cars, right? So it's not right good to just study this all. It's useless because we're not doing engineering right now. It's just class 8. So it also helps us in writing friction between the pen tip and the paper. The force acting between the pen tip and the paper helps us to write. If I talk about holding object, most important thing, the see my hand is not smooth, it is rough. Irregularities of the hand and an object because each object has irregularity. The friction between both of them helps us to hold the object. And if I say about igniting matchsticks, then the powder, or I should say the top head of the matchstick is rough, and where we rub it, it is also rough. So rough and rough generate friction. Next comes is the disadvantages of friction. Wear and tear, there are just limited disadvantages, but if I talk about it in many terms, then it is having like lot of advantages as well as disadvantages because friction is a necessary evil. We can also name it as friction, friend and foe. So it causes wear and tear to machines, which means that when the parts rub against each other, It generates friction, and friction reduces the efficiency of machines and the tools. Next is energy loss. Friction consumes energy in the form of it. Now you know that when we just drive scooty, the engine of it gets hot. Why? Because there is the energy production in the form of heat. And sometimes the silencer of bikes are also hot, right? Which means that they are wasting energy in the form of heat. So if we have to maintain motion, we have to just need petrol so that it can go inside and do all the necessary works. Why we have to use the petrol for that vehicle. So when you see that सड़कें भी बहुत गर्म रहती है, it is due to sunlight and the friction, because friction consumes energy. देखो, greater force needs greater energy. Like I शायद say that चाहे ब्रेन सिर्फ 2% है, 2% वेट लेते हैं, लेकिन फिर भी वो फिर 20% एनर्जी देते हैं. क्यों? बिकॉज ब्रेन इज द मेन पार्ट ऑफ अ बॉडी and it regulates and maintains the body, right? So it takes all the, I should say, energy, and not all, 20% of energy is took by a brain, but it is having 2% of weight. According to my thinking, that greater force should be given with greater energy, because brain is giving signals every time. There are many types of nerves which are located in our body, which carry signals from here to there, here to there. So understanding body is a complex strategy. Next is मेथड्स टू रिड्यूस फ्रिक्शन. तो अब देखा एडवांटेजेस हैं, बहुत बढ़िया. डिसएडवांटेजेस है डिसएडवांटेजेस कहाँ से आगे, चलो इसको कम करते हैं. एडवांटेजेस देखे नहीं, रिड्यूस फ्रिक्शन को हमने करना है. ठीक है, ल्यूब्रिकेशन है. एक तो आप देखते हैं ना कि आप गेट में कभी कभी वो बहुत ही मुश्किल से बंद होते हैं उसकी कुंडी, तो दादू या पापा बोलते हैं कि उसके अंदर थोड़ा सा तेल लगा दो. कभी कभी चाचू भी बोलते हैं कि उसमें से थोड़ा थोड़ा तेल लगा दो, फिर वो थोड़ा स्लिपरी 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 हो जाते हैं. क्यों? अब आपको पता है, स्लिपरी यानी स्मूथ सरफेस. देखो, एक रफ सरफेसेस है, उसके ऊपर मैंने अगर मान लो एक कपड़ा रख दिया, जैसे कपड़ा इज ऑल्सो नॉट दैट गुड. मैंने मान लो, व्हाट शुड आई गिव एग्जांपल, एक टेबल था. मेरे को ना मेरे को अच्छा नहीं लग रहा था ऐसे टेबल. मैंने उसके ऊपर एक कपड़ा बिछा दिया और मेरे को अच्छा लग रहा है, और उसके ऊपर मैं बैठ लिखती हूँ, जो भी काम वगैरह करती हूँ. तो आपका जो टेबल है, जो आपका हैंड है, वो कांटेक्ट में नहीं आ रहा है, क्लोथ और हैंड कांटेक्ट में आ रहा है. उसी तरह जब आप एक रफ सरफेस के ऊपर किसी किसी भी चीज की कोटिंग करते हैं, तो वो स्मूथ बन जाता है, जिसकी वजह से फ्रिक्शन कम हो जाता है, और उस रफ सरफेस और आपका जो भी बॉडी पार्ट उससे कांटेक्ट में था, that is not able to work. Friction over there becomes less. So lubrication means applying oil or grease on that reduces friction, because oil smoothens the surface, and also it forms a layer, I should say. But then there is no contact between the particular object and the body part which is in contact with that, right? Now next, if I talk about ball bearings, we can use ball bearings. These are small metal balls placed between moving parts, converting sliding friction into rolling friction. This reduces friction significantly. अब मैंने बोला वेयर एंड टीयर होते हैं मशीन, डिसएडवांटेज. तो चलो जी, इंजीनियरों ने लगाया दिमाग, क्या करे, बड़ी मशीनें खराब हो रही है, उन्होंने निकाल दिए बोले रोलर बियरिंग. इसको रोलर बियरिंग्स भी बोलते हैं. ठीक है, इसको क्या करता है, ये स्मॉल मेटल बोल्स होते हैं इसके बीच के अंदर. देखो, हर एक मशीन के अंदर स्लाइडिंग फ्रिक्शन दिखता है ना आपको, ये उधर ये उधर ये उधर, ठीक है ना. स्लाइडिंग फ्रिक्शन है, वो अंदर जाके देखेंगे, ठीक है. लेकिन वो रोलिंग फ्रिक्शन में कौन कन्वर्ट कर देते हैं, बॉल बेयरिंग्स, जो कि फ्रिक्शन रिड्यूस करता है. नेक्स्ट, इफ आई टॉक अबाउट streamlining, I told you that we would be studying about this. So fluid friction we talked about, right? It's also known as drag, and the motion in the air or water is known as fluid friction. I'm sorry for the stop. Streamlining is an really best method to reduce friction when you're swimming in water or moving through the air. You could have seen that the ships and the aeroplanes have streamlined shapes, means they are broader from the middle and narrower from the its sides. Right? Narrower from sides and broader from the middle. Like you can have a look at this broader, narrower, right? So एयर रेजिस्टेंस कम करता है ये एंड इट आल्सो हेल्प्स अस बिकॉज फिश चाहे जितने मर्जी एक्सपर्ट्स होते हैं लेकिन fish they are much experts because they are having streamlined shape body shapes and they can cut from this narrower one off. They can cut off the water or the air and move perfectly. Next, I'm having nothing to say. I finished everything. So thank you for being with me and please like and subscribe.